So today I have a special video for you guys. This is in conjunction with AnimeKon. If you saw my last video where I recreated Blink's look from X-Men, I mentioned AnimeKon. And I've been working with Mel and Omar from AnimeKon to put together a series of videos. We're going to have 4 videos, 1 a week. This one is the first one, and nobody knows this is the very first one. So this is Keisha.
Hello.
And everyone knows her as Zinga, so however you know her. I'm going to be turning her into Princess Amidala today from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so if you want to be in one of these videos, stick around. I'll put all the information down there. You have to go like AnimeKon's page on Facebook. The entry, it's just going to be the post of a movie or a show or anime or something. And you're going to have to comment on it, and then we pick at random somebody to make into a character from that movie. That's if that made any sense, though. I think I just confused everyone. So we're going to do this, and yeah, stay tuned. So I am going to start off by making Keisha's face white, and we're going to do Meron's clown white for that. And I'm actually just using a damp beauty blender. I'm just going to start off by getting like a nice, thinnish base. And I'm not going to try to make the edges completely perfect, because we have to cover the bottom lip too. We have to cover the bottom lip. You are starting to look like a ghost. It will all come together, I promise. So I'm just kind of making sure that this is as even as we can make it. This is not going to matter too much because it's going to be hidden under the hood. I just want to get it all the way up. So you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you get around the nose. And yet under your eyes, even though we're going to be putting on eyeshadow on top of this. So I'm going to just let that settle and dry onto her face a little bit, and I'm going to work on the eyebrows. Not too much. I'm going to, for the most part, I'm going to just stick to Keisha's natural eyebrow shape. I'm just going to use black for that. I'm using Bulletproof by Sugar Pill. Very, very gently, because this does fall out. And we have white face going on. I'm using an angled brush for that. And just really short little strokes. So tell me what you love about Star Wars.
Oh, where to start?
I know, right?
First off, as a writer, I love how it works out as the script. I love the characters and the scene, the sci-fi, because I am a sci-fi girl. I'm into this fantasy sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
When I write, that's what I write. And I fell in love with all of the characters and all of the themes, about the good versus evil, but not really evil, but yet still kind of evil.
But my dad really wasn't into sci-fi. And so we didn't actually get a lot of it at home. And of course, we didn't have channels and stuff like we do now, and where we could watch it, so blah, blah, blah. We sound really old in our day. But I couldn't. So I finally watched, and I watched it backwards. I didn't watch the originals first. I watched, although that's not exactly backwards. I thought that was brilliant because George Lucas ended up doing episodes 1, 2, and 3 after. So I actually watched it in chronological order as opposed to...
I did too.
But I actually had the opportunity to meet and talk to Hayden Christensen.
Oh, yeah. For
quite a while, who played, of course, a very young Anakin Skywalker. Who, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, where are you living? Who, of course, ends up becoming Darth Vader. So now I'm just going to take my Meron color set powder, you see, and this is just in white. It's translucent, kind of, and I'm going to start to set her face. So I'm just going to give her eyes a little bit of definition so that they're not disappearing into her head. I'm going to use my Coastal Scents Hot Pots, and I'm going to stick to the grayish kind of colors, the taupey browns, and I'm just going to use a brush like this. I'm going to pick up this color here, which is called Brownstone. So I want you to look up for me.
Ah, I hate this part.
So all you want to do is just create a little bit of a texture. So Princess Amidala doesn't have a lot going on her lid, but she does have a little bit of shadow, like right in here, and a little bit on the outside corner. So I'm going to pick up very little of that brownstone on the outside. You just want to blend it down. You're trying to get like a nice, kind of almost a natural shadow. then we're also going to go right in here. Onto the nose. So on the other side, same thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy brush, like that one, my Sigma E40 brush, and I'm going to go into just a, this is actually called Vanilla Sky. It's slightly shimmery, but it's just going to give her a tiny little bit of depth across the eye. Okay, look down for me then. I'm just going to put on a little coat of mascara. You can of course do lashes, but bear in mind that Princess Amidala's look is really not a beauty makeup, at least not by Western standards of beauty. Okay, so now we're going to go for the red, which is the fun part. I told you this look was very, very simple. I'm using my Snazzy Classic, and this is just in the color red. Yay, so it'll say that. And I'm using a wet brush to pick it up, so working it really, really well into the bristles. So Princess Amidala has this very straight, well, it's not really straight, but it's not a typical lip. So you want to mark out. But I've seen people do it straight down, and I don't like that at all. I don't find that it doesn't look right. If you look at photos of her carefully, you can see that it's actually angled slightly. And it cuts straight off at the bottom. And her top lip is filled in pretty much just along the normal lip line. Okay, now you can turn to me a little bit. So she's just going to sit here with her mouth hanging open until that dries.
Okay, go.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up so it looks straight ahead for me. And no, like,
oh, you're
okay,
straight
right,
ahead.
yeah, like right there, but you keep your eyes straight. So I'm going to line it up with the outside of Keisha's pupil. Not pupil, iris. Another easy way to do it is to use the back of your brush. So like this is a Real Techniques brush, but it's a perfect circle. So I'm going to show you how I would do it like that. I'm just going to paint the paint on and kind of stamp it. So Princess Amidala does have jewels on her forehead. The picture that we have is actually like a little necklace of some kind, or just probably a head chain. So we have this one. You can make it colorful. Pretty much anything works. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That was our first AnimeKon look, and Princess Amidala. Congrats to Keisha for winning that one.
Thanks,
for winning
Mandy.
that little poll. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So stay tuned next week, Friday, again, for the next video.
Bye, AnimeKon.
And yeah, we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, this is pretty awesome. You're going to take pictures. No, I think it was cool, man.
Okay.
I can't talk.
Mella's gonna kill herself laughing. It's recording, and so we can who wants to do the intro?
Okay.
This is gonna be in the bloopers. Right?